Good day, everyone.
Oh, good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, Chief Devane, I'm glad you could participate in our meeting.
I'm grateful just to be able to plead my case, sir.
Well, knowing you, I'm sure you came prepared.
I have some notes, yes.
I can hardly wait to hear them. We were just discussing the economic hard times that have fallen on the waterfront.
You know, I consider myself an expert on the subject of the poor in this town, but in this past week, I've seen aspects of their struggle that I never knew existed.
So have I.
I've lived in the waterfront my whole life, and I haven't any statistics to back this up. But I think the jobless rate is worse than it's been in years.
All of which suggests that Port Charles in general, and the waterfront in particular, badly needs a shot in the arm to boost its economy. Now, one thing you can say about Duke Lavery's proposal, it will inject new life into that area.
Yes, new criminal life.
Shall we sit?
Yes.
Yes, fine. We're all ready for the title bout.
I am armed to the teeth.
It looks like a no-holds-barred match to me.
Well, do you think Duke Lavery knows any other way to fight?
I wish you luck.
I don't need it. I have the facts on my side.
Good morning.
Good morning, all of you. Good morning. I believe you know my new assistant, Miss Felicia Cummings.
Jones, Mrs. Frisco Jones.
Oh, how foolish of me. How could I forget? I've had about nothing else all morning.
Hello, everyone. Miss Jones.
Hi, Felicia. You here to back up your boss's case?
I had a feeling that I couldn't win no matter what the outcome.
You'll excuse me.
Felicia, I don't want to put you in the middle of this fight. Why don't you run back to the office, finish up your work there, and take the rest of the day off?
Oh, thank you.
No, thank you. You are doing a great job.
Thank you.
I hate to go against my new boss, but I know that friendship is thicker than paychecks. Good luck.
Thank you, Felicia.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, sweetheart.
See you.
Mr. Vane?
Mr. Lavery.
Mr. Lavery, Chief Devane, why don't we get the meeting underway? I have a very busy day ahead of me. So, who would like to start first?
Oh, ladies first, please.
Very well. Now, I have prepared some visual aids which graphically illustrate the effect enlarging an existing harbor would have on any port city. I'm not referring to more jobs or increased revenue or higher tourism. While we might experience a slight rise in each of these areas, the greatest advancement would be in an area of urban life we certainly do not want to encourage. I'm referring, of course, to crime. To put it more simply, possibly the greatest boost that you could give to the crime rate of Port Charles is to vote in favor of enlarging the harbor. Now, if you want the streets to be less safe, if you want drugs and all that goes with it to be more prevalent, if you want to make my job all but impossible, then you should perhaps vote in favor of Mr. Lavery's proposal.
Very impressive.
Facts are facts. It's very frightening. And I have more where they came from. See if Duke can top this. Now, if you would all turn to page 13. In conclusion, if the crime rate did go up, which it most certainly would if we adopted Mr. Lavery's proposal, then the police budget would have to increase accordingly. A conservative estimate would require it to be doubled, at least.
I hadn't thought of that.
Well, it is a point that's well taken, Chief Devane.
Oh, I can show the same thing happening in ports all over this country.
Yes, but those ports or cities are not Port Charles.
Yes, but we can still learn from their mistakes, surely.
Well, thank you for your impressive presentation. Now, Mr. Lavery, let's hear your side of the argument. I'm sure it will be equally impressive.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First of all, I would like to compliment Miss Devane on her wonderful presentation. You've obviously done your homework, Mr. Devane. Your pitch was quite professional. But what I have to say to you today will be shorter and less dramatic. I speak to you today from the heart and not from statistics.
Mr. Lavery.
All the facts and figures in the world can't change the reality of life in the city. While it is a paradise for the privileged few, for far too many others, it is a daily struggle against poverty and near starvation. People out there on your streets are going hungry. And hunger breeds crime, Mr. Vane. And families, well, they cannot eat your paperwork. Kids on the waterfront are forced to beg for handouts because their parents cannot find work. And when there are no jobs, well, they try dope out of despair. Am I right, Commissioner Phillips? That is true, Commissioner Phillips.
Yes, sir, it is.
Thank you. There simply are no jobs on the waterfront.
I've been hearing that all over.
Take a walk through the warehouse district and see for yourselves. Why not? You'll see half the buildings there are lying empty. They stand in mute testimony to a problem which threatens to destroy the inner city.
Well, that's not something we can afford to overlook any longer.
Not if we want to keep our jobs.
How much hiring are you doing these days, Sean? Please, reach out and help the jobless in Port Charles. All they want is the chance to put food in their kids' mouths and a roof over their head. Is that too much to ask? How can we deny them that? Rebuild Port Charles on tax revenues from a larger, world-class harbor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lavery. Now, I suggest that we take a brief recess, after which we will take a vote on the proposal. Now, I see no reason why we can't settle this matter right away and get on with the business of making Port Charles a truly great city. Well, time to make it official. We will vote by a show of hands. All in favor of Duke Lavery's proposal to enlarge Port Charles Harbor, please raise your hands. I guess there's no point in asking who's opposed. As chairman of this committee, I hereby declare the motion passed. Port Charles will have its new harbor. Congratulations, Mr. Lavery. I look forward to working with you on rebuilding the waterfront.
Thank you.
Now, if you will excuse me, I have a shopping center to open across town.
Ryan, shall we go?
I'll help you, Susan.
Oh, yeah, here.
Thank you. I don't need any help.
Let me help you.
I don't need any help, thank you.
I hope you're not upset at the outcome of the vote.
The outcome? No. The fact that two of my good friends voted against me, however.
The point is, those dock workers who don't have any jobs will have work. I mean, how could we vote against that?
Fine. Since obviously business is so important to both you concerned citizens, perhaps you should get back to yours and let me get on with mine. Thank you.
Ruby?
Excuse me.
Mariana?
Thank you. Are you satisfied, Mr. Lavery?
Oh, I would be if I thought there were no hard feelings.
Oh, dear me, there are no feelings at all.
Oh, I don't believe that for 1 minute, Mr. Bain.
You may have conned half of Port Charles, but don't include me in your legion of admirers.
You are the one that I won the most, though.
I know exactly what kind of a man you are. I run into your type before.
Oh, really?
I didn't like it then, and I most certainly don't like it now.
Oh, well, perhaps I have to try a little harder than the
Oh,
others.
save it. I'm not interested in you or your proposals. As far as I'm concerned, you are the most conniving, conceited, ruthless.
When was the last time the chief of police responded to a case like that? How long will it be before the lady does it again?